Listen, we've all been there, juggling work, family, and trying to cobble together something edible for dinner that doesn't involve a takeaway menu. This is Michelle from Eat Like a King. I'm here today to help you master your family's meal plan. Like most families out there, you're feeling frustrated and discouraged. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to reclaim your kitchen, your sanity, and maybe even enjoy a decent meal with your family. That's where the Eat Like a King family meal plan comes in. This isn't some fancy diet plan with microscopic portions of flavorless mush. This is about taking control of your kitchen and your life, and I'm here to show you how. In this video, we're diving headfirst into the Eat Like a King meal plan. From shopping strategies that would make a supermarket CEO sweat to storage solutions that would impress a five-star chef. Right, you want to conquer this mealtime madness? First step, we tackle the supermarket. Now this isn't some leisurely stroll through the aisles, you hear me? We're on a mission. First things first, stop shopping like an idiot and ditch that haphazard list scribbled on the back of a gas bill. We need military precision. The Eat Like a King plan thrives on organization, so get yourself a proper shopping list, categorized and prioritized. Next, we're talking bulk buying, but with strategy. Don't be buying mountains of yogurt if your family only eats the flavored stuff. Look for deals on staples you actually use. Think rice, pasta, canned tomatoes, the backbone of countless meals. And for heaven's sake, check the unit prices. Make sure you're getting the best deal. Now, seasonal produce. It's fresher, it's tastier, and often it's cheaper. Check farmers markets and even those roadside stands you can see in season. Buying direct from the producer means the food is fresher, and it saves a great deal of money because you don't pay the transportation, processing, and storage costs from the retailer. Even better, learn to garden if you have space, or even plant container gardens on your patio or back porch. Don't tell me you can't find a decent tomato in season. Learn your seasons, plan your meals around them, and your taste buds will thank you for it. And don't even get me started on coupons. I'm not talking about clipping those pathetic little slips of paper. We're in the digital age. Download apps, scour the internet, find those deals. Every penny saved is a penny towards a better meal, and you can bet I'm all about better meals. Remember, the supermarket is a battlefield. You need to be prepared, be strategic, and most importantly, have a plan. Don't let those tempting displays of overpriced nonsense lead you astray. Avoid bargain aisles containing merchandise put there by retailers because no one wants to buy it. Avoid getting caught in an impulse purchase you'll regret. However, keep an eye out for closeouts and sales on overstocked items you use regularly. Stock up when you see them. For example, I recently ran into an overstock of butter, which normally sold for almost $4 a pound, but was priced at 99 cents per pound. I bought and froze 25 pounds for future use. Stick to your list, stick to your budget, and get in and out like a seasoned professional. Now I know what you're thinking. Michelle, this sounds like a lot of work, but let me tell you something. The satisfaction of a well-stocked kitchen with meals planned and prepped, ready to go, that's priceless. No more last-minute calls to the delivery services, no more serving up beige mush to your family. This is about taking control, showing your family who's the boss of the kitchen. So, you've conquered the supermarket, armed with enough groceries to feed a small army. Now what? You think just shoving it all in the fridge willy-nilly is going to cut it? This isn't amateur hour, people. We're talking about food storage mastery, the kind that would make a health inspector weep tears of joy. First things first, temperature control. Know what the cold zones are in your fridge. You can get them from the information that came with the fridge when you bought it, or from the manufacturer. Your fridge isn't a free-for-all where anything goes. Keep it consistently cold enough to deter bacterial growth, and store foods in the proper sections of the fridge. Participate in training that will help you know more. Use a thermometer if you have to, but don't come crying to me when your milk turns sour because you've got it stored next to the bloody radiator. Next up, airtight containers are your new best friends. Those sad, limp vegetables in the crisper drawer? Pathetic. Avoid reusing cottage cheese containers, etc. Invest in some decent containers, label them clearly, and watch your produce last longer than your last bad relationship. And don't even think about ignoring the almighty FIFO method. First in, first out. This isn't some fancy culinary term, it's common sense. Rotate your food, use the older stuff first, and most important, check those expiration dates. I've seen more moldy cheese in amateur kitchens than I care to remember. Now let's talk freezer organization. This isn't some bottomless pit where food goes to die. Portion out your leftovers, Label them clearly with dates and create a system. Frozen meals, prepped ingredients, even those bags of frozen berries for your smoothies, everything has its place. Remember, a well-organized fridge and freezer is your secret weapon against waste and inefficiency. It's about maximizing freshness, minimizing waste, and ensuring you're always prepared to whip up a delicious meal at a moment's notice. Right. You've got your shopping sorted. Your storage is a thing of beauty. Now, let's tackle the heart of the operation, meal planning. This is where the Eat Like a King plan truly comes alive, turning you from a kitchen klutz into a culinary commander. First things first, ditch the chaos of last-minute decision-making. We're embracing the power of the plan. Get yourself a planner, be it digital or old-school pen and paper, and dedicate some time each week to mapping out your meals. Start by checking your schedule. Busy weeknights might call for quick and easy meals, while weekends offer a chance to flex your culinary muscles. Plan your menus at least a week ahead, and schedule prep time to make the dishes you'll use for the entire week. Freeze them ahead in individual or family-sized portions with proper labeling, including dates prepared. Consider your family's tastes and dietary needs. Don't be serving up a spicy vindaloo if your kids think ketchup is an adventure. Next, think about themes. Meatless Mondays, Taco Tuesdays, whatever tickles your fancy, having themes makes planning easier and adds a touch of fun to the routine. And don't forget to factor in leftovers. Plan to repurpose those roast chicken scraps into a delicious soup or salad later in the week. Pick a day that fits your family's schedule for meal prep. This isn't about spending your entire Sunday sweating over a stove. It's about strategic prepping to make your weeknights a breeze. Chop veggies, cook grains, batch cook sauces. Preparing full meals or anything that can be done ahead of time will save you precious minutes during the week. And don't be afraid to get creative. Experiment with new recipes, try different cuisines, involve the family in the planning process. Meal planning shouldn't feel like a chore. It's about taking control and injecting some excitement back into mealtimes. Listen up, you. We're not done yet. You've mastered shopping, storage, and planning. Now it's time to become a resource management ninja. We're talking about squeezing every ounce of value from your ingredients and minimizing waste like a Michelin-starred chef. First rule of Resource Management Ninja School: leftovers are your secret weapon. Repurpose leftovers into individual meal packaging and freeze for future use. Don't treat them like culinary rejects destined for the back of the fridge, or repurpose what wasn't eaten for a different look. Leftover roast chicken can be transformed into a hearty salad, a flavorful soup, or even a pizza topping. Get creative, use your imagination, and turn those leftovers into culinary gold. Next up, inventory management. No, we're not talking about spreadsheets and barcodes, though if that's your thing, knock yourself out. This is about being aware of what's in your pantry, fridge, and freezer. Before you even think about hitting the supermarket, take stock of what you already have. Use the handy planning tools offered through Eat Like a King to master control of inventory in your cupboards, refrigerator, and freezer. You'll be amazed at how many forgotten treasures are lurking in the depths of your pantry. Now let's talk about using every scrap. Those vegetable peels and chicken bones? Don't you dare throw them away. They're the foundation of a delicious homemade stock. Have just a dollop of cooked vegetables left after a meal? If there isn't enough to repurpose as a side in a homemade TV dinner, freeze it in a container set aside for the purpose, and keep adding those dollops as they become available until the container is full. Then use the container of leftover vegetables as a vegetable base for a homemade soup. Do the same for small amounts of meats or sauces. Stale bread, blitz it into breadcrumbs or croutons. Embrace the art of repurposing and watch your food waste dwindle. And remember, portion control is key. Don't cook enough to feed a small village if it's just you and the cat. However, plan ahead and cook 2 to 4 times the amount you will need for a meal if you are cooking anyway. Freeze what you don't need for future use. Plan your portions, pack leftovers for lunches, or freeze for future meals, and avoid the dreaded food waste bin of doom. Listen, I know what you're thinking. Michelle, this all sounds very efficient, but where's the fun in all this mealtime madness? Well, who said mealtime had to be a joyless slog? This chapter is about bringing the family together, making memories, and maybe even teaching those little sous chefs a thing or two. First things first, ditch the tyranny of the solo mission. Meal prep doesn't have to be a one-man show. Get the whole family involved, assign age-appropriate tasks, Even the littlest ones can help wash vegetables or set the table. Next, inject some fun into the proceedings. Turn meal prep into a game or competition. Who can chop the carrots the fastest? Who can arrange the salad the prettiest? A little healthy competition never hurt anyone. And don't underestimate the power of music. Crank up some tunes while you cook. Have a family dance party while you wait for the timer to go off. Make mealtime a celebration, a time for connection and laughter. Remember those family meals from your childhood? The ones filled with laughter, stories, and maybe a few arguments over the last roast potato? That's what we're aiming for here. Creating traditions, building memories, and sharing the joy of food together. Well, there you have it. We've tackled shopping, storage, planning, resource management, and even injected a bit of family fun into the mix. You've got all the tools you need to transform your mealtime from a chaotic nightmare into a well-oiled machine. Now, I don't expect you to become a culinary ninja overnight. This is a journey, a process, and there will be bumps along the way. But trust me, the more you implement these strategies, the easier it gets. You'll be amazed at how much time, money, and stress you save, and your taste buds will thank you for it.